Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Not a Black Screen. That's epic. Looks like Twitch is working, which is nice. The channel point audio stuff is not, which is cool. Might need to redo that. But it's been so long since Twitch has last worked that I haven't really checked up on those things. Changed some settings around on OBS with the help of Denalid, and looks like Twitch is back up and running, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? It may not have gone through because I have the desktop port muted. That might be why it didn't go on. I'm not 100% sure, but it's currently muted right now when I start the stream. We need to gather gravel because we're almost out of coarse dirt. So we need gravel. And then I need to get, just gravel, some more spruce, I think, for more spruce slabs. And then we can continue building the path. And just keep going and hopefully reach the end. I kind of wanted to go long today because I really want to get this path done. I think I could do it in the 4 hours, but we'll see. I was thinking about maybe in the middle I just take a break and like eat a snack, watch a video, just take a little bit of a break and then come back, do something like that. Because why not? But we need gravel first above all. Need to do a little bit of prep because we've gone through a lot of resources. But before we do any of that, let me go ahead and pray to get us started. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that'll be able to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright. Desktop is now unmuted. Alright. So, move my microphone up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Voice cracking or something. I don't know. 4 shulker boxes of dirt is what we've got. We need to upgrade this. This is all there. We repaired that already. So, if we're looking at this, I don't have a lot of that. This is, we'll keep that around. I need some more spruce, I think. I don't have any in here. So I think to start off, let's just go ahead and collect some spruce. Let me grab some of this stuff. Yeah. And then we're gonna take our horse to the old town. We're gonna take our horse all the way over there. We could actually take the pathway up and around. I should actually probably, make this pathway actually go all the way to this back area. As it goes up here. It's beautiful. I love this. Just the mood lighting and everything. Oh, I just love it. Love the white in the background as well. I think it looks great. I don't know. We might put more hobbit holes up here. I don't really know what I want to put, though. I don't know what I need. Like, all the hobbit holes have some kind of a farm in them, except for the ones that are too big, which we just plopped one back here. Which is funny, because this is by far the funniest farm I have. Because if you remember, I didn't even use it for, I didn't even use the stuff. I ended up deciding to make the library roof out of just copper and not use prismarine or warped wood, which means I built this warped wood farm and decided I didn't want to use warped wood. So now it's just become a wood farm. I actually finally put crimson in there, if you can see it from here, the crimson. So now we can do both crimson and warped wood, and it still has a functional storage system, but we'll most likely remove that in due time and replace it in a different location to have, so yeah. Eventually I will make a industrial district. Honestly, I'm thinking a steampunk industrial district. You like tree fronts? Hey, building. That's fair. That's fair. I honestly, if the tutorial's good, I don't mind following the tutorial. I hate designing them because I'm not very good at designing things like redstone as well. I have a basic understanding of it. I could do simple stuff, but like compacting and all that, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. And this tree farm down there isn't terrible. This is a pretty good one, I will say. It works really well. And I'm probably eventually going to create another tree farm to get other wood, but I kind of want to do it like Exuma's done like a log lands, where I just have like tons of farms, but probably just make a giant like steampunk city. I think this is enough. I think this would be enough for all of that. We're gonna leave it in wood form. If we need more, I guess we'll need more, but I don't think we will. And then I need to fly to a different location, go into caves and get gravel, because I find that going caving actually a decent way to get a bunch of gravel. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. I might actually need to get water shortly because I'm getting quite thirsty already and it's only been 7 minutes. But I don't drink a lot of water if it's not in front of me because I forget about it. I will admit, I sometimes need to hydrate just ever so slightly more. They're just so finicky, and if you get timing on, everything sticks together. I guess that isn't an issue for the kind that you made, though. Last one I built handled acacia. Oh, yeah. I would definitely say, like, the acacia ones are very hard. The ones that I've built, like, tutorial-wise, have always been, like, oak, birch, and I think sometimes jungle wood can fit in there. And some of them you can even have spruce, depending on which one you build. Yeah. Alright, so I need gravel. So I want to get 4 shulker boxes of gravel, right, to make 8 shulker boxes of coarse dirt, and hopefully that'll finish us off. But I am actually, let's see, I've basically cleared this whole underground area, so I think I'm going to, I need to go somewhere. I've gone this way, I think. Let's go, I don't know, this way. Let's just go this way. Oh, wait. I need carrots. I'm completely out of carrots. This is going to be very important. Very important indeed. So we can go ahead and get some carrots. Add all that good stuff. You're only going to go once, right? And you don't have a trade. Cool. By the way, this thing is full. This potato farm's been full for forever. This is another extra item. We only built that because we needed to eat potatoes for an entire episode. It's the only reason we have a potato farm under there. Carrots we built for breeding. It's only a stack. I'd kind of like a little bit more, but I think for now that'll be good. We'll leave it at a stack, and then we can get another stack when we come back. But now we're gonna go into the bowels of the earth to gather gravel. I think this will be the easiest way to get gravel. Okay. Yeah, let's just go down here. You see gravel? Shout it out. I see gravel. Yeah, this is basically what I've been doing to get gravel. I just go through the caves, spot a patch of it, and there you have it. Takes a hot minute. I honestly might spend like the first half of stream just gathering gravel for the pathway, and then we'll actually spend that latter half building the pathway. Started doing the instruction manual for Warriors of the Mind, and then realized I need to develop the system, and I really should get a Google Doc. I already have one, but just a Google Doc to map out basically everything. I need to figure out the layout of the book. I need to figure out exactly how many words I can fit on a page, and then write all of the pages in a Google Doc so I can actually organize it. Then I can transfer everything over into a Minecraft book. Because right now I'm basically like, I have the ideas jotted down in a Google Doc, but I did not plan out exactly what way things are going to go. So like, I've left space for the level up system that I have yet to design, all that kind of jazz. That's what we want. Gravel. We don't want those though. It's not very useful to me right now. And we have so much iron that any iron-based stuff we don't really need to gather. All that kind of stuff. I think probably once I go and get water as an intermediary. Let me fill up one shulker box real quick, unless my body decides it needs water now. One shulker box of gravel. I'll take a little bit of breaksies to get water. And then I will also make sure things like channel point redemptions and all that are working sound-wise and alert-wise. I always forget how to do alerts and like how to get them working. I forget every time. And then I'm like sitting there and I'm like, what do I do again to get it all hooked up and linked up? Hello. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Because every time I'm like, how do I do it? And then I remember, and then it's easy, and it's fine. Nothing to worry. So, just minor inconvenience. Because as I said, like I haven't had Twitch working in so long. So thank you, Denalid, for helping me out getting that fixed. Because that's a lifesaver right there. It's kind of hard to dual stream when one of them streams is not working. Thank you. So, yeah. Ooh, hello. Hello, how you doing? I kind of was half expecting to hit my head there and fall down. Speaking of falling down, woo. It's especially easier to find gravel when you're in Deep Slate because obviously it stands out very easily. So it's nice to go in a Deep Slate cave and get gravel that way. So if I don't know how y'all get gravel, y'all probably go to gravel mountains. They're just so rare to find that I'm just like, caving is surprisingly effective because you can get like, I think it's an average of like 2 to 3, or I don't see 1 to 3 stacks of gravel per patch, depending on the size of the patch. So you can get quite a lot of gravel by just caving. And I think it's way more than people realize, because like the patches are more common than you think. Like you don't have to go like crazy far lengths to get it. You prefer mountaintops? Yeah. Then again, I don't use them with gravel, so when I have it, so you don't need it. No, that's fair, yeah. If you, like, I like to build with coarse dirt a lot for decoration, so I'm almost always in need of gravel. And if I ever do anything with concrete, we're gonna need a lot of gravel. Oh. Cave spiders. Oh, I don't want to mess with those. It's mainly why I also kind of, like, don't want to stick in the, that area. Oi, governor! Look at that. Achilles healed him. Did you see that? Also, just wanted to point this out since everyone's kind of talking about it. New life series dropping soon. That's exciting. Very exciting. I watched some video of a guy like trying to break it down and understand every detail about it, which I thought was kind of just, I watched it more for like funniness than actually, because I don't really care about figuring out what it's going to be. But Oh, I think I landed him on the spike. That must have hurt. That must have hurt. But yeah, I'm excited for the new Life series. I think that's going to be cool. I honestly am really curious if there's going to be any new members joining this Life series. Like, is there going to be somebody in there that we have not seen play the Life series? Which would be pretty cool. I will say, ceiling gravel is really annoying. When you're walking through these and you see ceiling gravel, it's like, oh, it's terrible. But yeah, new Life series, guys. Excited for that. It's coming out in July. I think I'm gonna try to watch more. I typically only watch Green. I don't know what it is about the Life series, but it's really hard for me to watch multiple perspectives. I don't know. I think it's just the repetition of videos where like people have the same interactions in a video. Oh, hello. Boy, we're not playing King of the Hill. I think I got shot. Anyways, so excited to see it. Excited to see it. Jackie. Don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I couldn't even make it 10 minutes into the Minecraft movie before I had to stop because it was so poorly made. Like, I just couldn't. As somebody going into film, I'm gonna keep the feather actually. I just couldn't. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't sit through it through 10 minutes of it, and I like keep wanting to go back and try it again and force myself to get past, because maybe once you get into some of the like newer stuff, because that's barely the intro right there. Like, we haven't even met the main characters. It's just Steve going on his monologue. I'm just like, no, so poorly. So poorly. And one of the live streamers, like my favorite live streamer, like he says the 7 out of 10 movie, and I'm like, I don't even know, like, what? Like, the Jack Black playing Steve is literally petting a CGI dog, and they didn't even put the effort in to make it his hand touch the CGI. You just see the clipping of his hand onto a green screen dog for the thing, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, that's like basic CGI integration, and nowadays, like, that should not be difficult to do. And for some reason, they didn't do that. And I'm like, what? The Minecraft was starting Jack Black is Jack Black with Steve Colors, also some other people. Yeah, and they threw Jason Momoa in there just because, why not? It was not good, would not recommend, personally. I mean, I knew they were going to botch it from the beginning. That wasn't really a surprise, let's be honest. The problem is, as you all know, modern movies just kind of suck these days. And there's not much you can do about it. Except be a filmmaker and make better movies, which is what I'm doing. Ironically, that's like kind of literally my entire plan. Is I'm just going to make better movies. Alright, let's try to go back into the deep bowels of these cave systems and just wander around, try to find more. I'll see it at some point, but I have to, but I too have a low opinion of recent movies. Exactly. So it's like, movies these days for me aren't worth watching. I really need to take the time to like find, or not really find, I already know a bunch, but like watch older movies, as in like movies that everyone says are really good that I just never have seen before. Example, things like The Godfather, or oh, what else haven't I seen that I should see? I don't know, that's the first one that comes to mind. The Shining was actually recommended to me, crazily. From somebody who does not like horror, recommended The Shining. And I was like, interesting, because I don't like horror. But also, The Shining is a very revolutionary kind of movie. There's also a rock climbing documentary that I kind of wanted to see. I forgot. I always forget what it's called. It's like Dawn or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. But I think that would be cool to watch. I'm trying to remember some of the other movies that I've, like, I put on. Oh, Silence of the Lambs was another one. Once again, kind of in that horror, psychological horror genre. I think you can appreciate a movie without liking it. Yeah, that is true. Like, but I'm a very avid liker of time. So for me personally, if I'm watching a movie, I want to spend the full time watching said movie. Meaning, if I don't like the movie, I feel like I've just wasted my time, and therefore don't appreciate it. Because I would have much rather have not watched the movie and spared myself the time. So it's like, I'm just scared to watch movies, and that's why I don't watch modern movies. So I'm like, I know it's going to be a waste of time. And I don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? Someone asked me if I enjoy Schindler's List, which isn't really meant to be enjoyed exactly. True. That's fair. Yeah, Schindler's List is a crazy movie. I haven't seen it either. I probably won't, because that's going to be a little bit too slow for me. I know it. But then again, sometimes I get surprised by, like, dramas that are much more enjoyable. Like, for example, one movie that I'm surprised I like as much, or actually, here's a movie that you'd be surprised that I like as much, since I'm very much like a faster paced kind of a person. I love Forrest Gump. My parents are like, they like it, but like it's not up there for them. I love Forrest Gump. Like, I could watch that movie a lot. But it's not a fast paced movie at all. Like, it's such a weird movie for me personally to enjoy so greatly, since it's a like 2.5 hour movie. But I like it. It's so entertaining to watch. It's so nice. I forgot who directed it. But I really like Forrest Gump. And then another one that's like more on the dramatic side is A Silent Voice. That's an anime movie. Really well made. Really well made. But it's a drama, you know what I mean, that deals with really heavy themes. I think that's probably why. I like it when animated things get deep and like hard to watch. Because like so much of anything animated, whether it's anime or just cartoons, etc., so many people see it and just assume, oh, animated, it must be kid-friendly. Like, kids must be able to watch it. A Silent Voice deals with suicide. Like, that's like how the movie starts. Is that the main character attempting suicide doesn't go through with it. That's how you get introduced to the main character in the movie, and you're just like, wow. Actually, is that how you get introduced, or does it start with him as a kid? I can't remember. But basically, suicide's a big theme in the movie, so not a kid-friendly movie. I would definitely say that's not a kid-friendly movie. But because it's anime, some people might assume it's meant for a younger audience. And so I'm trying to think of like other things where like it's an animated movie that's much darker. Anime is really the only thing that does that, though. Anything drawn is really what I'm thinking. Like, people see it's drawn and they're like, oh, must be kid-friendly. And I'm like, no. And I love movies that are not kid-friendly that are drawn. And what I mean by kid-friendly is heavy themes. Not like it has stuff in it, because I don't want to watch that. But I like when movies get into heavy themes, and I feel like nowadays, like, ironically, movies are trying to avoid these like heavy topics and really addressing the issue, and instead just pushing their side of the opinion. And I'm like, you should combat like both sides, and so it's hard to find modern movies that do that. And it's kind of sad. Like, so like one of the things I'm thinking about when it comes to like filmmaking is I want to make the movies I want to make. I want to move people. Oh, hello, Gravel. Flew right into it. Stupid. So like, and I have actually a ton of ideas for short films I want to make. If you're wondering why I haven't made them yet, it's because I have no camera and a potato cam of a phone. Literally everything is like pixelated. You know, it records in 360p and exports in 180. Like, it's a terrible, terrible phone. I need to upgrade it anyways because it's old, but I have no money because I need to buy a car. So I need to save up for that, and I'm not close to that quite just yet, so we're not currently in a financial... Ow! I'm not in a financial position to purchase that. I don't actually know if it does, I'm just, like, exaggerating it, but I feel like it does. It's just, it's terrible. It is terrible. Such a potato cam. Like, I record myself climbing sometimes so I can show friends. And it's like, it's just such bad quality. You can barely tell what's going on. You can't see the definition of the holds. And I'm like, yeah, I need to upgrade. So, will do. Alright. We're getting in this hole. And we're going to get some water, and I'm going to try to see if I can get my alerts up and running. So, I'll be right back. the right one. It's a black screen. It's supposed to be. Just kidding. There we go. Avino, welcome in. I was trying to type to you, but for some reason my OBS YouTube chat doesn't have a text bar today. So I don't know why it's not letting me type at all. Really weird. So welcome in. Don't know if you're still there. Hopefully you're having a good day. We are collecting gravel right now. I just need to get some water. I was trying to get my Twitch alerts. Well, I think the alerts are working. The channel point redemptions are not going through, and I don't know why. But I'm remembering something about them, is I used a third-party source to get some of them. And I think I need to go to that third-party source if I want to continue in those ways. So that's going to have to be something for a later time, because I don't really have the time to deal with that now. But either way, we are here. We have been talking about how movies suck today. In this day and age, they're just poorly made. I don't know, the creative juices of movies is just gone. Ooh, slime. Hello. You're wondering why it's gray. It's a texture pack. Cool. I think my hit bumped him up. Which is kind of funny. He got bumped up when he got hit, and took just that extra bit of damage there. That's crazy. Alright. We're going to find more gravel, I guess. There we go. There's more gravel. That was depressing. Cool beans. Alright. See the gravel. That was impressive. There's a lot of diamonds around here. Alright. Pit stop, diamond pit stop. Okay, that's cool. Cool beans. Okay, what the heck, bro? Stop joshing me like this. Okay, pop it up. Oh! I need to fix my commands, because they still have the old emotes. Names there, and I no longer use that. I changed my Twitch name. They changed it back to what it originally was, because that makes more sense. But yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then around about halfway through the stream, we will get ourselves a Coke to drink, or maybe a little bit before halfway. I think I want to go at least like an hour and a half into stream. We're only 30 minutes in. I want to go a little bit further into stream, because I think if I have the Coke later, I'll be able to stay later. We got a lot to do today, with one of those being needing a lot of coarse dirt. Is the main thing that I need currently. Got a lot of junk on me. Do not need the bones. I want to keep slime, because slime is always useful. What do you mean you're not going to get that side? Is it not all connected? What the heck? But yeah, I'm just happy Twitch is working again. This is all a part of the plan. That one freaking piece. Woo, baby. Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm the frick down. Let's calm the frick down. Just as an FYI, I haven't died in this world yet. So I'm trying not to. We're basically treating the world like a hardcore world right now. But without the unnecessary stress that a hardcore world brings. And because I like long-term, I'm not gonna worry about that. Since I like long-term worlds, I decided to do a regular survival world for this and not a hardcore world. So though I'm thinking of doing another hardcore series, but making it modded, doing a, basically starting the world at half heart, and basically doing a hitless Minecraft run. But in reality, I'm going to install a mod called Levels, which will allow me to upgrade my character. One of such upgrade will be health, and so my plan is to buy health, but not in the first episode, just to make things interesting. I don't know. Could be fun. Could be fun. But I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't really care about that series necessarily being a long-term series, so I'm not opposed to it ending. But I mean, with any hardcore anything, you'd want it to be long. You'd want to spend the time. I don't know. It's always funny how it's like everything's always more impressive when it's hardcore. You know what I mean? Like, I could build a freaking epic build, but because I did it all in survival, there's like, I don't know, there's not as big of a draw. So I feel like the builds in like just regular survival have to be bigger and better, because in hardcore, anything is impressive surviving a long time. I mean, as long as you've done stuff in your world. I guess technically you could start a world in hardcore and leave the world running as you AFK, and therefore rack up thousands, tens of thousands of days. Thousands. Tens of thousands. Anyways, but that's not very impressive. But then you got a world like Linksys, and it's like crazy. Because it's like, you know, over 40,000 days. Almost 50,000 days, actually. I think he's nearing that, which is really cool. That means I can raid. Let's go. I haven't been able to raid anyone in forever because, you know, Twitch has been twitching. Alright. My feet are falling asleep-ish. That's just putting a little too much pressure on them. That's fine. That's fine. Not a problem. We can get gravel. Do all that good stuff. I think we could still do a Warriors of the Mind battle, but we would just have to remember all of the new stuff that we've added to the next characters that fight. And now, the special move has actually got a purpose. It now has a purpose. So I think that's going to be fun. We can be very creative. Whoa. Glitch texture. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Just fly up, smack it down, and you're all golden. Alright, we can mine this on. Yeah, for those of you curious, Warriors of the Mind is the game I'm developing by accident. We accidentally developed a game. Okay. I was kind of hoping I could snipe you mid-air. That would have been kind of cool. So yeah, it's like, it's a... Right now, it's a TCG game. It really is like a trading card game. There are no cards, it's books. But that's essentially the way it runs, is you collect them all. Like, that's kind of the plan. You collect them all. And then you... Oh. And then they battle it out. And that's what we've been doing. We've been rolling dice. We have a dice cam and all of that for that goodness. But yeah. So if you ever hear me just say Warriors of the Mind, and you're like, what the heck is that? It's... Don't worry if you don't know what it is, because I'm developing it. I'm creating it. And it's relatively a new edition. It was originally intended to just keep me talking, which kind of worked for a little bit. And then I started to say, what if I randomized it a little bit more and added some dice rolling into it as well? And then next thing you know, we have an entire game on our hands and a combat system. And now we got to figure it out further. So... I know. The main thing... Actually, here's one thing. Here's what we can do. Here's what we can think about and do. The thing I need the most right now is a level up system. Because I want the characters to level up. Because I want to be able to increase stats. Because I feel like... I don't know. I don't really like the fact that, like, if you just have bad stats, you just have bad stats. And then you really got to rely on the luck of the roll. I don't know. I like RNG, but I like it to the point where you can still weight the scales kind of thing. So I don't want a completely RNG-based game that's just like, there is no strategy at all, it's just completely random. I want there to be something, so either that or you have to make it so that way, I don't know. So we're going to level up, so you can upgrade your characters. So they can start off really bad, but you can make them into something better. What I was originally thinking is to calculate a level up. We'd calculate how much damage you've taken and make a ratio of how much damage you've given, I think is what I said to myself. I see, I'm still trying to, like, figure out exactly with what I want to do it. Like, you want to take the damage you've... here's what I'm trying to think of. Is, like, I don't want leveling up to just be who wins or loses battles, because the whole point is I want people who have worse characters to be able to level up. They're the ones who need the level ups and to get stronger. I don't want the rich to get richer kind of scenario. So, I need some mathematical way to calculate it so you can figure out exactly how much XP you gain, and then based on the XP you have will determine whether or not you level up. So what I'm thinking of is to make a ratio and basically make a fraction to get a percentage to see how much, and then you roll a die and you multiply that die by the percentage to see how much XP you actually gain. So I'm thinking for the ratio, we figure out the damage given versus the damage taken. So we basically say how much damage did you give versus how much damage did you take, individual hits, and then figure that out. Because even a bad stat versus a good stat round, still they end pretty tight-knit. Like, there's rarely ever a huge ratio. And I think I'm going to make health be... Oh, frick, I gotta remember math. Which one makes the fraction smaller? It's the denominator. So I'm gonna make the health the denominator. So, health is the denominator, while damage dealt is that. So that way, if you... Hold on, I need to... Let me see how this would work. So we have Jotunheim and Theocritus. Jotunheim had 160 health, and he did 165 damage. So what I'm saying is it would be 160... It would be 165 over 160. That's not a lot. Meanwhile, Theocritus would be 165 over 160 minus 27, which would be 140. 140, 133. So his would be slightly less. Because it does make sense that the victor gets slightly more XP, and I think I will have a bonus for winning a battle. Like, you get more XP if you won the battle. That makes sense. Hold on. I need to get a calculator up real quick. I need to calculate. So 165 divided by 160, that's going to give us 1. That's a lot. That's 100% increase right there. That's not what we want. If we do 160 divided by 165, that's still a 96% increase. That's too much. Unless we do that minus 1. Now that's interesting. Now that could be interesting. Pretty sure this is where I've already mined gravel. It's getting hard to tell. Guess we're back up here. We can do something like that. So forgot that was right there. Gravel. It's nice seeing gravel, because that means I haven't been here yet. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to do the ratio. Unless each one does its own individual ratio. That is true. We could probably calculate based on the damage given. So the amount of damage you've dealt determines XP. So we take your damage and we multiply that by 100, or divide by 100. Move the decimal point 3. So that makes 0.165, right? So 0.16. So you get 16% increase on a, and we can choose a roll. Notch apple? Depth Strider 3. Nothing else is too useful on that. So yeah, you could, we could figure that out. It's a good thing you guys can't walk past rails. There's gravel. Right next to dirt, which is kind of annoying, actually, because it's like, I don't know. Yeah. So that gives you 16%. And then if you roll, like, let's say a d20, if you roll a max 20 times, because theoretically we could do a d20 and then just figure that out. So if we do 20 times 0.16, that's 3.2. Times. Okay, yeah, it's still 3.2 even if you do a percentage. Just checking to make sure that the math does math correctly. I was testing the calculator, okay? No, I want the gravel. You got a piece of gravel. That means I've been here before. Oh, that's it, where I was. Well, that's not convenient at all, now is it? Yeah. So that's 3 point, because that means that's basically 3.2 XP. Because you rolled a 20 as a maximum, and you get a 16% increase. Well, no, you add it to it. Yeah. You add that to it. So it's actually 23.2 is the amount of XP you earn from that round based off of the damage you've dealt. And then it's like, okay, how much XP did you get based on how much health you have left? And then maybe for level 1, it's 100 XP that you need to level up. Level 2, 200, which basically is just 100 of the number that it is. And so you could theoretically keep going up to calculate. That could work. That could work. Oh. That's right, we've been here before. I was reaching for my water. Alright. Don't want that. Normally I would want string, but not in this case. And because of our wool farm... Oh, there was more gravel there. Gravel in here. Gimme. Okay, I like that. And then for health, probably however much health you have left, I think just add. Because it's always a... no. Well, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work, actually. Because I still have yet to see someone dominate so good in a battle that, like, they barely took damage or something like that. Like, I've never seen that happen before. At least not yet. So for now, I think add your remaining health to your XP. So, like, let's say you had 27, so that's 27 plus 23. Because obviously level 1, I want you to be able to get the benefits. Ooh, the benefits, not the benefits. The benefits of leveling up. And the benefits is you get 10 stat points that you can add to any of your stats. So you could become healthier, which ironically could give you more XP. But not guaranteed, because I've seen people who have crazy... You were supposed to get shot by that. Get the frick out of here. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, is there... What else could theoretically give XP? Or is that all we want to give XP? Well, one of the new things I added was a spark. A spark allows you to... It does a various amount of things for you. One such thing is, like, that's when I mentioned special moves can be useful and actually do something to the game instead of just being for me, which I haven't ironically used. I mean, special moves are things that can do, like, if you use a spark to use a special move, you can now prevent your opponent... I think I've already been here. I've already been here. You can prevent your opponent from using a type of defense. Now we've upgraded how many defenses you can use, so you can brace and parry using intellectual strength. And then you also still have dodge using agility. That way, if you have bad stats, you can still defend, and therefore successful defense equals successful counter. Adds a little bit more to the game, there's a little bit more thinking. And then the sparks can max out a die, so you can instant counter, you can instant crit. Originally, I was actually going to say you can't instant crit and get, like, all the mortal wound stuff. But I think, like, if you can use it to instant counter, you should be able to use it to instant crit. You can also use it to get rid of, to prevent a level of mortality. So if you're about to gain a level of mortality, you can use a spark to get rid of a level of mortality. So let's say I'm going to gain 1 level, use a spark, I no longer gain 1 level. I still have whatever I already had. You can heal yourself 20 as well by doing that. What I'm thinking is each spark, that's where you went, is worth like 20 XP. So if you have 4 sparks, you could use all 4 for XP because you didn't use them. Okay. I feel like if you did that, that's theoretically, if you get the maximum of 4, that's 80 XP right there for just having 4 sparks left over. Meaning you could theoretically use none of them in the battle, making them ultimately just XP. I don't like that. So what I think I might do is only the winner of the battle can do that. And that's the special thing. They don't get an extra bonus XP thing. They can use sparks as XP. So that way there's a, there's still somewhat of an incentive, but it's more or less of a you didn't need to use them kind of a situation. But I really want them to be used, so I'll have to workshop that. No, I feel like that just makes sense though. to have that be that way. Something about that just makes a lot of sense. Because I feel like in a lot of games, sometimes if like you don't use certain things, you do get experience points for that, for not using it. You know, because it's like still left in your inventory. I'm trying to think of a game, an example of that, but I can't currently. Oh, the amount of block woofers is so annoying. Ugh, forgot how long gravel takes to collect. Alright. A lot of great possibilities here. I still feel like you should be able to use sparks as it regardless. I don't like that. That it's limited to the winner. Because I feel like, once again, now we got richer get richer. Because obviously if you don't need to use your sparks, it wasn't a fair fight to begin with. And something about that I don't like. So I think I'm going to make it either for everyone. I think I'll make it for everyone. But maybe I'll lower it and make it only like 10 XP. So you can only get a maximum of 40. I like that better. That could be cool. And then I definitely feel like I need more weapons. I feel like I could increase the amount of weapons. Also, mortality can now go up. It can keep going up. So now we can get up to level 10 mortality. And theoretically higher, you just keep doing the same thing that you did before. So like level 6 is a D20 plus a D6. And then level 7 is a D8 and a D20. And so on and so forth. It just follows that same pattern, is what I mean. So theoretically, if we still get to level 10 and they're not dead yet, especially in the higher levels, I think that could be a possibility. I think that could be interesting. I didn't realize that was going to be andesite right there. That's annoying. Oh well. What we do for gravel, right? What we do for gravel. Oh my gosh. I'm going to die gathering gravel because I'm going to fly myself into a wall too many times trying to get up to the high spots. As I am the kind of guy that would think, oh, I'll be fine. And then, totally, I'm not fine. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Hold on, there's gravel down there. Alright, I'm starting to get that hankering for that coke right now. I don't know if I can wait the amount of time I wanted to wait. Feel the need. It's just gravel mining, bro. It just kind of sucks. Maybe I should have just done this off camera, you know? Oh, we'll get that one. Get this one first. Yeah. We'll see. It is 2 o'clock, so it has been an hour. 30 more minutes. I feel like it could be good. 30 more minutes, maybe. I don't know. What's this up here? Whip just went live. Probably at 150. I don't know. I don't know his schedule. Or crazy thought, we could take our a little bit of a snack break, and I'll watch like an episode or something. Take like maybe not 30 minutes, but we're good. You know what I mean? That could be good. A little bit of a break here. Well, we got this. I feel like we got one more box. That's it. One more box. And we've got all the gravel we need, at least to hopefully finish her off. Interesting. I didn't realize that. You try to jump while technically inside of blocks, you will suffocate. Not like completely, but like still kind of interesting, you know? I don't like all these zombies, brother. Then again, I use streaming more as a forceful method to get myself to be more productive. Because I actually do stuff. Because it's technically a part of content creation. I'm not really having to use my own time to do these things. So like, brainfully, it makes me more productive. Not Chapel? No. Oh, we would have been here. Ah! That's the other thing I need. I need a friggin' new keyboard, bro. Keep fat fingering on this one. What the? What the? Ooh. Geode. See some gravel. Big patch, too. We like that. I like having this fall a little bit. Just makes me feel a little bit better. Just knowing that it's already got some in it. The things I do to myself to trick my brain into thinking this situation's better than it actually is. I do it at work too. I don't look at the time when I work because looking at the time makes it go slower. So I don't look, so I go as faster. Yeah. Crazy stuff. All right. I never even needed to break a block there. More water. Need hydration. So I think I might set like a 30-minute timer. Give me like a 30-minute break. I'll watch a video, eat a Nutty Buddy, because, you know, snacks. And then afterwards, I'll also look into fixing the channel point redemptions, making sure that the alerts go through as something I can do while waiting, because like I'm planning on watching a 20-minute video for 30 minutes, which gives me 10 minutes to figure that out. It's my plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it is a plan. Hey, careful where you're aiming that thing. Notch apple? Oh. Whoa, that broke faster than I thought it was gonna. I'll keep the spider eyes, actually. Hey man, some resources are good to keep. Ooh, hello. I thought that chest looked familiar. Okay. Almost about halfway through that one. I think I may need to find a new area. Because I feel like I've gotten all the gravel that's in this area. Ooh, baby. That's at least it looks bigger. Never mind, it's just sprawled out. I'm getting some diamonds, which is nice. Not that we particularly need diamonds, but... And I do know bartering gives us, whatever this stuff's called, gravel. I am aware of that. I just didn't, building a bartering farm also means building a gold farm to supply the bartering farm. And then you have the question of, do you build a gold farm solely for the purpose of stocking your bartering farm? For me, I feel like the answer is yes. I would build a gold farm to solely stock a bartering farm. And then you'd build a gold farm to have gold. No. Yeah, what? This mine shaft never ends, dude. Keep finding myself inside of it. Whoops. also have all these aquifers. You got gravel. Take what we can get, you know what I mean? I don't remember how much gravel I have at home. Really hoping for a bigger pot. All immersive, you know what I mean? Kind of flew past this part. Hold on, let's turn on the true like cave diver experience. Wow. So very frightening. Where's the gravel? There she is. So this is another gravel patch? Let's go. Gotta love it when two gravel patches are right next to each other. Yeah, I keep yawning. We're so close. We're so close, but yet like so far away. But we got like a good portion of it done. I don't know if I have 9 stacks at home. I don't know if I like had a lot left over from last time or if I have like 4 stacks left over. I did see there's a little noodle over here. Oh, that's depressing. That's depressing. Alright, well. Is this new? This is! Let's go! Alright, I feel like we should have enough gravel from what's in here. And then we just gotta figure out a way to get out. And this is a massive cave, so I have a feeling getting out will actually be decently easy. Which is nice. I have an idea. I might use an auto crafting system to make the course dirt. I do hear the slime getting closer. Oh, I thought you were much bigger from over here in there. Looks like there's a slime chunk here. Nice. Alright, well, I kind of need to get next to these guys, because I gotta... kind of have to... Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, what the frick? Dropping in. I think this may actually be it. We may finally have gotten the things. We're going to get to home. I think that's everything. No, we still need a little bit more. Need a little bit extra. A little bit, just a little bit more. 3 stacks. That's all we need is 3 more stacks. And we've got all the gravel that we could ever need. Just kidding. We have just enough gravel for hopefully this pathway. We can finish the path and be done with it. That'll be exciting. Not gonna get that gravel. They're a little bit of an easier patch to get. So I don't have to be over lava. Preferably. When I actually use the keys on my mouse to switch between things like my sword instead of scrolling. I think that might be enough. Yes, sir. That's enough. We can go home now. Yay. Isn't that exciting? Let's fly up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right out the crevice of the earth. And there's that village. That village being where? Oh my gosh, look at how lit up my face is. This way. I know where I am. Alright, that's awesome. I do like testing things. Yeah, it's still not working. As I said, I need to get that situated, which I will be doing shortly. Streamlabs timed out. Cool. Thank you, Streamlabs. We can stream. Alright. Okay. How do I want to go about this? Aw. Actually, I'd put my slime in my redstone chest. Ah. We have more Oh, we had a lot in here. Okay. So we could have come back and gotten some. I'm pretty sure you can do timers on this. I don't think I have crafters at all, because I don't think I've ever made a crafter before. Yeah, I don't even know how to make a crafter. I don't even make a crafter. Okay, do I have a singular dropper in here? I do. And then I need iron, redstone, and a crafting table. 2 pieces of redstone. Actually, I'm not going to use... Alright. So I know I have this in here. Okay. So here's my thought process. Gonna have this and this. And I need one, oh wait, how do I make coarse dirt? Oh wait, okay. 2. Coarse dirt. Like that. Let me try to do this all one. So I'll have this one go that way, this one go that way. We'll have gravel all be on this side. that's going into there. And then we'll have this all going on the other side. Dirt on the other side. Okay. And then I'm thinking, just... yeah, this is really difficult. Oh my gosh, this is extremely difficult. Look at that. That crafted some for us. But this is going to get very messy very fast. So I need a little bit of a way to make this a little bit cleaner. Bop, bop. Let's see. This is gonna make 8 shulker boxes. That's 4 double chests worth. Ripping up my floor. I know exactly how it is. I know exactly how it is. Right? Hoppers. I don't fully understand crafters, so I don't know if this is even going to work. That's already not going to work based on my plan. Okay, that isn't going to work, because that's going to suck resources out, so that's good to know. We'll just do this. Let's do that. Do that. We have to put items in the chest. Okay, so I did think that was going to work. I didn't know that it was going to suck it out from there, so that's good to know. Need a little bit more. Really ripping up the floor here. There we go. What are you crafting? I missed that bit. Coarse dirt. We are crafting coarse dirt. Boop, 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 boop. So that should be 4 double chests worth of coarse dirt. Okay. Hold on, I need that. Because I need one of those. And I need to go... Whabamo! And hopefully... You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh my god. What? It doesn't work like that? Wait, where's it getting filled up then? If these hoppers that are pointing into it aren't filling it up, how is it currently being filled up? Huh? What's... Or is it just taking it so fast that it's not... I don't know if this is gonna work. I feel like it's not going in... I feel like it's, They are. Because it's taking it out of this one, but I'm not seeing the hoppers moved. It's only the sides are being put into it. But it's... I feel like this is gonna break very quickly, because it's already... It's draining faster than I can fill it. And, yep, now it's broken. Because it has to be that way. Wait. Wait. That's backwards. Idea. I have an idea. Right? Gonna make a clock. Oh wait, I need This is janky as all get out, but it's fine. Now, this is still not slow enough. That's crazy to think about. That wasn't slow enough because this can't take items in fast enough, so I need a slower clock. Indeed. Okay. Let's do bop, 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 bop. I'm glad I can place redstone on this because that makes life a lot easier. I mean, I could do like a pulse extender, but bop, bop. Need more blocks. Bop, bop, bop. How's that slow enough? Oh, because it's double firing, that's why. But this is slow enough. This is slow enough. Yay. Very good. And it's not flipping any of the trapdoors, so that's actually kind of nice. Added bonus. Nice. Actually, I'm going to leave these out, because I'm going to need to put stuff back in them. I have a design that is safe from overflow and underflow, but it's a bit big for the one you just used. Yeah, I just need something quick and easy so I don't have to sit here and craft this all manually. Not that I think that this, I mean, this is just equally as fast. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to sit here and not AFK out in the open because I'm scared something could come and attack me. So we're going to block ourselves in as we watch this do its thing. And I think, how do I want to do this? We need to AFK for a little bit to see if this is here. Unfortunately, I can't open or close chests in this, which is a little unfortunate. But I think I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see how I feel about this, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of a 30-minute break. This should be done crafting within 30 minutes, but we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay? I'm gonna slap a timer on the screen. We're gonna actually switch to YouTube so that way we don't have to worry about alerts going through because we're gonna be gone. All right? I'll see you guys later. Wait. Music is not going through on this side. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Alright, well, see you guys in 30 minutes, hopefully with fixed channel point stuff. So 3 o'clock, basically. Cool, it works. Okay. We's back. And sadly, the first thing I do, I get my snack already. The first, like, bite, I start to choke on it a little bit. Which isn't ideal. Okay, we've got a lot of coarse dirt in here. I didn't realize it was being split kind of evenly here. We have a lot of coarse dirt. Holy. A lot of coarse dirt still left. But channel point redemptions now work! Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Okay, so yeah, that's kind of awkward that that it's not really close to being done. We need all 4 of these to be full. We've got 2 of them full. Okay, that's nice. That'll fill up down there, and then this will fill up, and this will fill up. So we've got still 4 shulker boxes worth of items here to still get through. I need to do a couple things. Anyways, I need to repair my shovel. We need to grab our arrow box and do some of this. I think we'll just do some light maintenance around the area. Get myself some more stuff. Hopefully this will be in range the whole time, so you don't have to worry about it. And all that good jazz. But yeah. Let me repair this. Maybe I'll give the promise of the dual stream, except it's not a promise. But, yeah. Because it's certainly is taking its time. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. But channel points are working, and that was a lot easier than I thought. It just took me a while to find where the URL was. But we got it. So that's good. It's very good. The issue is because it's not done yet. I was expecting it to be, I mean it's halfway. Halfway through all the coarse dirt we've got. And that took 30 minutes for just 1/2. That's not great. That's not great. That's taking a lot longer. I think it would be faster if I just crafted it manually. I might as well just keep going, you know what I'm saying? Get some XP, why not? While we're here. And then I think we're going to stop the machine and just craft everything else up manually, because I think it legitimately would be faster to do that, but at least we got half of it done already. So that's nice. That's really nice. Okay. Boom. Bada boom. Okay, let me grab some more carrots. Some more Garretts. We used up a lot doing all of our caving. Hi. Thank you. Perfect. Much appreciate, much appreciate. Escape. Thought I'd get escape. It's kind of funny. Let's get this guy. So that's a little bit more than we actually need. A lot more, actually. Because I already had a stack in there, so we've got to... I'll probably just have 3 then. That'll be fine. And then, yeah, we'll craft up the remainder. We're just scrapped up what's remaining manually. I genuinely think that's going to be the easiest solution here, especially if we want to get a move on. And building the path. So, time to tear this apart. Oh. That was actually kind of hard. I clicked off the screen. That's amazing. Really hard to do that, actually. I find that quite difficult to do. I don't know about you. See, I broke one too many there. Okay. So much faster. I feel like I'm missing a stack of dirt. I'm missing a stack of dirt. Where? It's gotta be in here somewhere. There it is. Told you. Oh, dude. Dude. There we go. Thought it was quiet. Because it was. It's beautiful. Last one. Look at that. 8 more shulker boxes of coarse dirt. Right there. Floor is back. I'm gonna put this in here because I currently don't have a reason for it. Why do I have this in here when I have that right there? Boom. Cool. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. We likey. We have so many shulker boxes of stuff there. We just got more spruce, so we have enough of that. And of course, we already had that. So I can actually put that over here. Right. The ground gobbler is still alive and kicking. All that good jazzercise. Now I think it is time. We are 2 hours into stream. We're going to head all the way over on horseback So one of the things I need to do is I need to get... This is going to be difficult, actually, because I have him, ironically, I have my horse, which still, he needs a name. He doesn't have a name. I just have him under the earth right here. I'll actually leave it like that. Let's take the horse on the road all the way. All the way to where we left off. Oh. Yeah, all of the bridges in, like, this area right here. It's going to be kind of annoying. And yes, I do see that there's gravel right there, but that'll mess up the river. It's okay, I've got carrots in my hand, so it should be coming. Okay, now we shouldn't have to do that again. We should be golden to continue. We will actually need to take another pit stop to sleep, but that's fine. Yeah. I still need a name for this guy. The fact that I don't have a name for him is surprising. And, like, nothing comes... The only thing that comes to mind is Radish. That's Fwip's horse. I can't name it that. But I think the reason why is because it's similar to... I think... I forgot what... I know he had, like, a black horse kind of a thing. I don't remember if it had anything else on it. Oh, I don't think I did that anyways. Y'all couldn't hear the music even if you wanted to, because the music was turned off anyways. Like, I had it off on Spotify, and it was like, it's so quiet, and I turned it back on, and I was like, what's wrong now? And I'm like, it's not on there. We are in streaming mode, so that's good. We have bridges for the rest of it, so we should be good to just ride our horse all the way. Which is very nice. It's gonna be such a nice bridge. There's that cave right there as well. We needed more gravel. We are going to leave our horse at the end of the path. We're not going to bring it with us every single time. I just wanted to take the horse this way, and then we'll take it... I guess, actually, no, we will bring the horse. Every time we get our resources, we'll bring the horse back. But we'll leave the horse significantly further. I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's just the carrots. The horse is going to want the carrots. Okay, that part's actually not possible. I need to figure out a way to get up there. It takes a while. It's a lot faster to fly than to take horse. But it is what it is. It's gonna be nice when there's a town there and we have like a big main road. And then we'll have like smaller roads and then alleyways. Like we'll have like the large main roads, which will house the large main structures across the road. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I think we'll do a T-shape for the large roads. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought too heavily about it. Because I think a large road should be leading up to like the town square, which we will not be driving through the town square. We'll just be driving, I think maybe parallel to it. Could be interesting. I think I should raise that up. I don't like that sticking in the ground. It doesn't look natural. But we'll worry about that later. When we get to this area. Alright, we're making our way. We're almost there. And boom! Take our horse and put him right there. He's gonna want to come over here. The answer is no, and then we'll grab another empty shulker box here. Stop it! Swap out for the ground gobbler. We'll put another one for excess items right here. I hit F4 by accident. Good thing I didn't hit Alt F4. Anyways, that's gonna do it. I'm just kidding. We're gonna get ourselves the Coke now. It's time. I'll be right back. I'm back. I do think that Warriors of breaking it up with a little bit of the new Warriors of the Mind could be good. We won't worry about XP. We'll just worry about the new features we've added. No mess this time. That's good. All right. So let's build some path. We got to get it over there. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Okay. This is reserved for dirt. But all right. We'll have it turn 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Just like that. Yeah. Actually, we'll pull it back a little bit. I want it to go a little bit more that way, so I think we're going to do... Actually, we need it to be facing this way, so we need more of it. Dang it, I was trying to avoid that. Really holy area. Hold on. Figure out how to get this over here. Okay. I think I almost want to go backwards. Like, figure out. Let me start building this side a little bit. I think that'll be good. So, like, we want it to be right here. Oh, there goes some coarse dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It's funny because I watched an episode of anime during my break. I feel like that was a bad idea. Because, actually, I'll just make it flat, because that just makes life a little bit easier. Because now I really want to watch more. So, I put myself in a pretty bad position. Is this good? I think this is good. Yeah. Okay. So, I've done a thing. I have we're like still in the process of making, kind of made a metal song using, and some of y'all probably won't like this, but using AI. Because I have no musical abilities whatsoever, nor do I have the money to pay anyone for musical abilities. But I found an AI that can make music. So I originally came up with the chorus that's really stupid, but also sounds really epic. And then threw that in there with a little bit of a verse in there to just add a little sustenance. And it was awesome. It got immediately what I was looking for first try. Like, which is awesome. I feel like that's so rare that it gets exactly what you're looking for, like, right off the bat. So immediately we got what we wanted. And then you follow that up. You follow that up with friggin'... How far away is it? Then I started writing more lyrics, but I'm not a good lyricist, so not particularly the best sounding lyrics in the world. So I decided, what if I would... Whoops, that's the wrong direction. You're supposed to... Oh, wait, no. Oh, that is the right direction. Hold up. I said, okay, well, we'll throw that into Gemini, which is Google's AI, by the way, and ask it to write a song using the chorus as the thing. And that was okay, but the song changed a little bit in its original, so I might actually keep what I wrote, which is terrible, and just workshop it as crazy. I'm not a wordsmith, so I just don't know enough words to use. So when it comes to, like, I need a rhyme here, very hard. Maybe I should do a free verse metal song and not have it, and have it rhyme every once in a while, but not every time. And then we don't have to worry about it. Ooh, that's a good idea. Thanks, me. You're welcome. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. We just got this pathway. We just got the hard part of the pathway done. And because of that, I actually need to clear my inventory so I can figure out where the pathway is going to go through here. We're going to have it go into there. So we're probably going to have it go through here. Yeah, we need to do that. And then we can probably bring everything down once. Actually, we can bring everything down right now. That was a short segment before we bring everything down, but I kind of need to do that now. To get it all situated. And you know what? We're not going to create a new character. No, actually, no, I am going to make some... Oh, wait, I need my horse. I was going to leave you here. I'm not going to leave you here anymore. Alright, horse, you're great. Maybe that should be its name, horse. It's not, like, unique, but, like, horse. Changes every time. Whoopoo! Fly, egg, fly, like you can't do anyways. Alright, tree a chopping. Let's get to it. This is why we have so much friggin' wood, dude. Chopping trees like no tomorrow. Great. We love deforestation here on this channel. We love cow killing and we love deforestation. So keep the environmentalists and vegans away at all times, please. You see, vegetarians we don't have to worry about, because a vegetarian, that's a choice. Vegans, on the other hand, now that's a cult. Put that in the quote book. Put that in the friggin' quote book. Alright, let's shoot a quote in there and see what we got. Which one? We have the sheepers and the goaters. Okay, that's not crazy. I've said crazier things like I just did, but we're putting that... We gotta put that in the quote book. I don't even know how much of that I should put in. Oh, we did get rid of that. Wow. Okay. Oh, but you... Alright. I don't even know how much to get rid of. It's fine. We'll get rid of all of it. It's fine. Hold on. I am going to write that in the chat and then just save it for later. I know there's a way to quote, like, to put a quote in. I think it's this. I think I'm going to try this and see how this works. Okay, it does tell me if I spelled a word wrong, which is really nice. We're going to try this. Okay, that does not work. Good to know. That's fine. We'll just write it, This is part 2 of that. So we're gonna do a 2-parter. Right? So it's gonna be part 1 is we love deforestation and cow killing on this channel, so keep environmentalists and vegans away. Not the vegetarians, though. There you go. Beautiful. Don't worry, it'll come back. Stop freaking out. You know, it's coming back. We're just gonna go over this whole... Yeah. I think that's the best strategy. That's the quote right there. I know there's a way to add quotes, like, live, as in not having to go into the back end of Twitch to add... Or Cloudbot, actually, to add the quotes. You can just do it via Twitch. But I don't remember. There's like a way to do like add. Maybe it is /add. Oh my god. I can't remember, because I can't remember. I don't want to waste too much time doing that. Then again, it doesn't really matter. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh, that was everything. Cool. We like the small ones. We like the small ones. The small trees are nice. But yeah, it's an epic song, just like the main one, and then we gotta figure out everything else. I'm trying to remember something real quick, because I have 2 of them downloaded, right? And I'm trying to remember, one of them is like the bare bones what it all started from, and then the other one is I added basically the rest of the lyrics. Oh, this is a big boy, too. I think it's a very small big boy. So that's nice. How's that looking? How's that path look? Let me get rid of these. Let's give ourselves space. Space. It's like light years. That's why, because I got rid of that tree, right? And then the other one was causing it to not decompose. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of these because they're just kind of in the way. Just kind of in the way. Okay, so I'm thinking that's gonna come up through here. Through here. It's gonna go away. And then go straight across. and then through to here. And we will get rid of acacia trees as we go along, because I don't know what's going to be in the way, but at the same time, acacia trees are pretty, like, sparse, so I feel like we're not going to have that much of a problem if we just kind of leave them there. Okay, this, it's funny, because, like, when you get rid of trees, right, and you're trying to clear space by getting rid of trees, you have to get rid of so many that are in the back to allow the ones in the front to, like, the leaves to dissipate. Otherwise, the leaves won't dissipate. I think it's kind of annoying. So it's like pro tip. Oh, that doesn't go there. No, that doesn't go there either. Except that puts it backwards. And just like that, we've run out of our first shulker box of coarse dirt, but don't worry, don't panic, please stop panicking. We got 8 more shulker boxes ready to rock and roll. Alright. I lied. We're going to do Wars in the Mine the next time, because that was a very short segment. I think I'm actually just going to start it up. We're going to ignore that hole. So we're going to go straight. I want to go right here, I think. Ooh, that's further back than I thought. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. Got this. It's just coarse dirt. That's all we're doing, is just placing an exuberant amount of coarse dirt as far as the eye can see. No design, decoration, nothing added to it whatsoever. Beautiful. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a little too much over there. We need... If we're doing small steps, we gotta make it small. Just saying. Alright. Pop, 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 pop. Terraform a little bit so we can understand what the frick's going on. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, this, the terrain. Why does the terrain suck so bad? Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Alright. Sleep. I agree. Okay, but the coke does, like, it rejuvenates a lot. I'm probably not going to make it all the way to the end, but we'll make it a good, decent bit. And then we have Thursday. Thursday night, we will not be live streaming because I actually have something else going on, so that's fun. In a good way, I do have. Magic the Gathering, kind of a good way, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. I think I actually want to... I'm getting rid of this. I want to get rid of this. This is just throwing me off. And I think I want to push this back. maybe like here. Same design pattern, but pushed it back just a little bit. I don't know. I didn't think it was didn't think it was there. Aren't we all? I am not 100% sure what that is referencing to, but I got the channel points up and running just as an FYI. Go ham. All is well now. It all works. Okay. If you're saying aren't we all a cult, I agree. Just kidding. Where am I? Oh, it was aren't we all wondering what we're all doing? Oh yeah, totally, yeah. All right. I'm just gonna kind of start pulling it over, I guess. I don't know. I do kind of want this to, like, kind of go. It's, like, kind of cool. Kinda. Okay. I think this is gonna do us well. Okay. You know what I'm thinking about doing, actually? Like, this is about Warriors of the Mind, okay? I'm thinking about turning it into... I'm thinking about turning it into a, This is why. Because when I opened the Coke, I muted my desktop, and I totally forgot to unmute it, but... Interesting, I can only hear Minecraft while you talk. Probably because it's going through the mic. Hold on, let me test. I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, it does breach through a little bit. Let me lower the volume a little bit. That should fix it. Yep, I just forgot to unmute. It's okay. It's okay. All is well. We got it now. So if we're going here. Okay, that's a little too quiet. I can't hear anything now. I liked it at 40. Okay. Funny thing, there was enough talking that I didn't notice it for a while. Well, that's what I mean. If I stay talking, my voice will be much louder than any of the echo that is picking up, so you shouldn't really be able to notice it, which I'm fine with, because I don't like wearing headphones. So, you can't hear the music through the echo, I don't think, which is nice. It's just, Minecraft is just a little bit loud. But it's at a volume I like, so. Alright. Now I gotta think, how am I getting through the savannah? So I think I want to go up here. I think I want to go up here. Probably actually up. Follow the mountain. Curve this way. Up this part of the mountain. Go through. I think across the ravine. Through here. Kind of straight on. Right into this village. Stop at the start of the village, start again, right in this water, and then go across, kind of cut through, and then follow this mountain all the way to the edge. I think that's how I want to do it. So we need to go this way, and then need to cut that way. So we'll probably have to remove those trees, but we won't worry about that for now. So I want to, let's see, we are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Okay, perfect. Perfection. Alright. But we've made it to the savannah, guys. I'm so excited. We've savannah. Anyways, I got distracted. Wars of the Mind. Turning it into a, like, making a resource pack with the cards. So that way I can make all of the cards, each character, a specific look to it. You know what I mean? Like, they can actually have, like, an ID card. Like, and then it kind of becomes a trading card game. And then maybe make a... I don't know. I feel like that would be really good for a server. I don't have that yet. But that's okay. I'm actually gonna move 2 over here. It's gonna be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just kind of have to be that extra bit crazy. I didn't notice an echo at all, which is good. That's what we want. Because I had to reset my microphone when I was doing some auditions. Because I had to stand at the back of my room, and I still needed to pick up the audio. And with my current settings, it was basically centralized to when I'm sitting in my chair, it can hear me. So I had to basically get rid of that, make the gain a lot higher. I've since gotten rid of that since I got rid of, like, the band equalizer, all that stuff, which I never understood in the first place. So it's probably for the best that I didn't have those. Now, how do we want to do this? Do we want to... Let's see, we're slowly curving this way. I'm thinking... Shave this. Have it line it. Good. That is good. Sorry, if you don't know that reference, that sounds really weird. It's from One Punch Man. Okay. So basically gonna go straight on to this. It's harder when you have, like, large flat areas that you have to kind of plan out. It's like... really hard to figure out what's going on. So at least for there, it's going to track with this and then pop off. Let's do like 1, 2. Nope. Pop. I did it. We will get rid of all of the trees that are in the way. And then when we get to here, it just follows this edge. We're probably gonna... I don't know if we have enough inventory space for all of this, but... And what I'm thinking is we will move all of our stuff to there, and we'll do a Wars of the Mind battle. And we will do another playtest with the new features. See how well they work. Which I think will be good. Get the dice cam and everything set up. Oh, yep. Look at that. Look at that. Inventory full. Nice. And then I gotta take down these trees as well. I guess actually the hard part about the savannah is the fact that the terrain stays pretty flat. Which makes, I think... I don't know, sometimes I feel like it can make a path hard, especially when you don't have a start and end point. Burn the trees. I mean, I could, but I like keeping the wood. Oh, wait. Oh, our stuff is so far away. I'm gonna drop some stuff off. I mean, it's like just down. No, it's all the way on the other side. I knew it was farther away than I thought it was. Yep. Oh, yeah. not using these currently. So we can make space that way. That should hopefully be enough. Oh, we got a shriek. We can figure this out. Do a little Warriors of the Mind. I'm excited for that. We can figure out the sparks, the new dodging mechanics, which hopefully will make more counters happen. So the interesting thing is that strength now, like all three of the power stats, the main power stats, sorry. Vitality, I don't know, Vitality is hard to classify as a power stat, technically it is. Because Vitality just as health, is how much health, and hit threshold as well. It does more than that. Anyways, Mortality is still done via strength, and counters are done via intellect. So if those stats are low, your mortal wound ability, your ability to inflict mortal wounds will be lowered. And if your intellect is lower, your likelihood of hitting a counter will be lowered. Which is where I think sparks will really help, especially when maximizing. Which is nice. But obviously, nat 20s are always going to be mortal wounds and instant hits. You can't dodge that. So that's always nice. It's like, there's a way that you can still do massive damage. And of course, it's 20 hit points plus that. But either way, now everything has a defense mechanic, so you can choose the defense that better suits your character, which is where special moves come in, because special moves can get rid of that. So let's say your character is terrible at agility, so you parry everything. Whether or not you get the counter, you still defend via parry. But if somebody uses their special move, which disallows you from being able to parry, so now you have to either brace, or you have to dodge. Or I might have some that force you to dodge. The only way to survive this special attack is by dodging. But I think those are going to be more advanced special attacks, because I think as characters level up, they'll get stronger, they'll get more hit points, which I have to figure out when you level up. How does the hit point gain work? Actually, no, the hit point gain works by upgrading your vitality stat. You upgrade your vitality, you upgrade your vitality. I will get rid of the trees afterwards. So I think that's one way I will do that. I think that'll be nice to do it that way. Because I guess the one thing, though, that is interesting is, obviously, right now the game is set so that way you can only have 100 in your stat block. Vitality could be an exception, where you could actually go above 100 in your stat and therefore have a higher hit threshold and higher health as a general. I think I want to allow that, so you can go above 100 for vitality, and that's the only exception. Whereas everything else, you can max out at 100, and then it stays there. Either that, or I introduce a prestige mechanic, which allows you to prestige that skill roll back down to 0, and you can put the rest that you have into it, but you get a permanent +1 modifier. So which ironically to start doesn't really help you, because you still have a -1 modifier from being below average in terms of that skill, which doesn't help you. And then once you get into sub-average, you now have a once you get into sur-average, you have just a normal modifier. There's nothing special about you. So you don't have a -1, so it's like your average. So now sub-average is average for you. And then once you get into average, you now have a +1 modifier. And then in above that, or sur-average, you have +2, and in above average, you have +3. So I guess, yeah, that is kind of powerful. And then, of course, that keeps stacking. And eventually, even if you're below average, you're still gaining plus on that if you keep leveling it up. But right now, I'm only thinking of, I don't know. There's so much to think about. Because the reason why I don't... Oh, that's thick! Oh boy. That's really thick. Oh, that's why these kinds of paths are harder. Not having an end point and a start point. And having it curve. Yeesh. That looked wild. It was crazy. Alright, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Make it look slightly natural. A little too much girth there, you know? Yeah, because I think for me, the hard reason why I'm struggling with Prestige, even though in so many games that's the case, is just like, I don't know. If logically, if you're training for a skill, you're only going to be able to get better at that skill. But I guess a +1 positive modifier does make the early stages easier. I don't know, it just... That's a little bit better. It still gets a little wonkier. I think I need to expand it on this side. Gotta get rid of this grass here, because I can't see! So that's kind of where I'm stuck right now. That looks better. I think that's fine. I mean, it looks really wonky, but... It's a natural, like... Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's move our stuff. A lot of, our instructions are not written down, but I feel like I have enough memorized that I don't need the instructions anymore. I need to just figure out exactly how I'm going to write it down. There's so much information. There's so much. Oh my gosh, it's hard. I don't know why we brought the horse. I really don't. I just felt natural because I want to ride the path with the horse. Like, that's why you build a path, is so you can ride it with the horse. I mean, from this angle, it looks fine. I guess. Not really. It does not look fine. Boy, stay back there. Don't get any closer. I don't think he could actually see me from here, so I think we're good. Yeah. So we have the new instruction manual. So let me show you what we currently have new-wise. Right, so first of all, we've moved... right, so it's 1 to 15, 85 to 99. Technically, you can't get a 0. You can get a 100, but 100 does something differently. A 100, if you remember from Agility... I don't have it up anymore. We'll get to that in a little bit. If you remember from Agility, being max on... If you were above average in Agility, you could dodge a counter. That's no longer the case. You have to be level 100 in that stat to be able to dodge counters. And now that's just defend against a counter. Actually, that's right here. The defender will roll. Blah, blah, blah. So, sparks. Look at this. I got a little lightning bolt. A player can choose to use a spark at any point during the fight. At the start of the battle, a d4 will be rolled to determine how many sparks you get. You can use sparks for a variety of things. The special attack, maxing out a die, gaining 20 health, and avoiding a mortality level. Look, subscript 1. This cannot be used once you hit 0. So you cannot get to 0 and use a 20 to revive yourself. Once you hit 0, it's over. You've died, even if you didn't use it. So you should have been smarter and used the spark sooner. Or 2, for the mortality, you can only use this if the mortal wound condition is about to be given by an attack. So this is not like I have level 5 mortality, I'm going to get rid of a level just randomly. No, if its attacker is going to land a mortal wound hit on you, you can use a spark to not get the mortality rate upgraded. Leveling up, we don't have anything. Power stats, all there. Right, so we added it so mortal wound level no longer stops at 5, goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you basically just add, so like for level 6, you just add a d6 along with the 20. And so it's a d20 each time. It's a level 10 where it's 2 d20s. So you can take a total of 40. Because there were enough times where players would be technically be above the mortal wound threshold. So they'd keep taking hits. You can now brace. And this is where things kind of stop because we have... This is for mortal wound threshold, but we need another one for brace. And then I was like, well, defends are all the same now. So how's that going to look? And that's where we stopped. But that's okay. I will say, one thing I've got to think about now is I now need a way to show sparks in this. You need a way to see how many sparks you've got. I need to figure out where to put that. And now, special attack is actually useful. You can use it. Yay. It's a really good thing. And additional information still is just for the lore, which we actually added lore to Vassarath. No one else has lore yet, because I don't know what their lore is going to be. But Vassarath has lore. Speaking of Vassarath, I think we're going to have Vassarath's brother, Hasaroth, as one of our contenders today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have Hasaroth as our fighter. So, bonk, bonk. Okay, where do we put sparks? That's the question at hand. We can go below this here, and that's... Oh, we can go 2 below. We could also do... Because I was thinking for the sparks, I literally just have the amount. Sparks also get determined there, but we could also have them down here, which I think is where I'm going to want to put them. Is right down here. So let's get Dice Cam up and running. Skip. That's right. I don't have a thingy here. Oh yeah. Dice Cam. Bonk. Alright, so technically left side, Hasaroth is going to be this way, so we gotta grab this and this. Help me remember everything, alright? So, 44 for his health. 144, so that's going to be 4.0. That's not great. That means level 1 mortality. He's going to be having to deal with that. He has Yeepers the Jeepers. That is bad. That is really bad. 1 on the D100. If I lift this up to you. Jeez, I'm like not sure which hand is which. 1. You can't really see it very well. But I landed on 1. That is a 1. His agility, though, 53. He's got average agility. So that means he's definitely never going to use strength for his defense. 55. Jeez Louise. Hasaroth's brother is not looking good. Average everything except strength, which is below average. The worst strength roll you could possibly roll. The only way he can do mortal wounds is by defending. Oh, you know what I need to do real quick, actually? Hold that thought. I need to do audio capture Add existing Spotify. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. We need Spotify here. Okay. Hopefully that'll come back. Now we roll for the sparks, which you all can still see that. You get a total of 4 sparks. At least for now, we're going to have it be 4. So he starts off with 3 of them. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bonkus the lonkus. Okay. There you go. So he has a total, and sparks refresh at the start of every battle. So that'll actually be different. He has a total of 3 sparks. I do kind of want that. And then theoretically you could have this many, but he only has 3. So that's that. Oh, with such terrible stats, we need to give him, let's see, let's roll for his weapon. 9. Okay, but I do actually need, look at my hand move. Whoa. Anyways, I do need the old instruction manual at least to get to the weapons. 18 pages was the old instruction manual. Level 9 is a short sword, Hasaroth, wielding the short sword. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do for his special attack, Hasaroth. We're going to experiment. We're going to make the special attacks I feel like should be powerful, because theoretically he can only do it 3 times. Because he has such low strength, I have a funny name for it. Smells like power. This next attack uses a lot, uses a quick spur of strength. So quick spur of strength. Automatically apply, automatically is an automatic hit. We are going to call it a critical hit. Automatic critical hit, and defense brace cannot be used to defend. So, special attacks, it is an automatic critical, but it can still be defended because it's a special attack. However, let's say his opponent is high strength and normally uses brace, that cannot happen. And this can be countered. So basically, because Hasaroth has terrible strength, he has a move that guarantees a mortal wound at least, and removes a defense. But it works differently, right? So there's this I just put his name. I put his name in the weapon. Whoops. Sorry. Short sword. That's Hasaroth there. All right, let's get this guy out. That's Hasaroth. Hasaroth, character sheet. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. It's fine. Should probably make like a stack and just have a stack of anvils in there. That doesn't go in there. What the heck? Okay. That's Hasaroth. Next character. We are going to have... Should we bring... I feel like we should bring back Chimolian. Right? We should bring back Chimolian. We don't have him. Chimolian. Yeah, this freaking idiot. This murderous idiot. Who will have more of a story. We're bringing back Chimolian. Will he be better in the newer versions of this game? Let's see. 80. He is healthier than Hasaroth, which is surprising. He was really weak last time. Granted, last time there was no vitality. Everyone was just 100. So he's actually a beefy boy. He's not strong. Which makes sense. He's not strong. He is an 8. Oh, sorry. A 9 on strength. His agility, though. An 8. Below average. His intellect, though. It's a 60 at average. Okay, well, oh my gosh. Oh! Alright, and then he has 1 spark. This isn't looking, he's starting this battle with 1 spark. Alright, his weapon we're going to keep from his previous. He is a dagger. He has smart move as his special move. His special attack. Oh my gosh, only having 1 spark. He's also really weak. What? This move uses a lot of thinking to get around opponents. Okay, this is cool. If his opponent fails the defense, if the opponent fails the defense, double the D20. Double the D20 and roll again for damage. That's pretty cool. You get to do basically twice the amount of damage in 1 move as a smart move. So if the opponent fails to dodge the move, he gets to roll the D20s again to do more damage. He outplays. I feel so bad about his stats, though. They got worse. Chameleon. Alright, well. I don't make the rules. Just kidding, I do. Alright, so. We've got Hazorath on the left and Chameleon on the right. Odds, evens. Unbiased die. Evens goes first. Chameleon is first to attack. He's not going to use his special attack yet. He's just going to go for the attack. So he's going to roll 14 to attack. Both of them need to roll nat 20s for mortal wounds. So probably not a lot of mortal wounds in this. Hazorath does not dodge. That's it. Burst damage. Chamoleon's off on it. Chamoleon's going crazy. Alright. 13 to the attack. 5 to defend. Okay, so I will say, because we have the 2 defenses, Hazorath could use dodge and parry. For him, this is fine. And for Chamoleon, he's only going to use parry. So it's a good thing he can use parry even for the special attack. That's crazy. Because he got bad strength. So he wouldn't brace anyways for an attack. Unless to make things interesting, because you have to use raw power, it can only use... No. I think it makes sense that you can't brace the attack. If you try to brace the attack, you get hit. Because you're getting hit, so you either have to parry it or dodge it. Because it's basically him using a super strength attack. Theoretically, it's a one attack sort of thing. So that's a 13. That goes through. That goes through. That wounds him. There, once again, they both have to roll d20s. So 13 is going to be 10, is going to be 70, 67. It's Jamolian's time to shine. He rolls a 2 for the attack. Dodged by a 4. Basically, right now, there is no plus or minuses to... I mean, there are plus or minuses to all of them, but because they have average stats in the other areas, they're using those other dodges. So for this case, this dodge is... This is probably a dodge, if I'm being honest. A dodge or a parry. So this is a dodge. He can counter. Hassarath's intellect is 55. Let's see, it goes D6. That's a D12. Does not count. Does not counter. So Hassarath does not get the counter. He then goes up for an attack. 2 to attack. Against a 10. Once again, D12 because it's average. 7 does not counter. Jamolian goes in for the attack. A 10 to attack. Against a 2, that goes through. This I feel like this isn't going to be very interesting. Alright, so... we have 3 sparks. We can use the sparks to max out a die. So we could force a die to be a critical hit and inflict a mortal wound. Which Jamolian, unfortunately, has so much freaking health that even one level of mortal wound is not going to do much. So we can mortally wound him 3 times, theoretically. But Jamolian could choose to avoid a mortal wound if he wanted to. I don't know. See, me doing all the thinking is going to make this a little bit harder. I kind of want to use Smells Like Power. But Jamolian isn't going to use Brace anyways, because he's not strong. Neither of these characters... Why did I roll so badly? Jamolian being bad is kind of unfortunate. I think Hassarath. Because it's his attack. Yes, it's his attack. He's been getting hit a lot. I think he's going to use max out a die. He's going to use a spark, because he has 3 of them. So that's an automatic crit. And I don't think, because Jamolian only has 1, and he has a lot of mortality, he's actually going to just take it. So that's a... where's my D8? There it is. So that's 23 damage. So that's 47, 44. Which was the starting... Can you believe that? That was the starting... He's now... Hassarath has got Jamolian down to his health. 144. And this mortal wound doesn't do anything to him. So this really... He's not going to use a spark to avoid that. It's not really worth it. Okay, so that's maxed out. That's a spark gone for Hassarath. Interesting, right? Interesting. Jamolian's going to go for the attack. 16 on the attack. Against an 8. That is going to go through. 16. 104. This is crazy. I'm going to sleep because it's annoying me that it's so close to night. As every time I open and close the book, we're just going to sleep. We're going to sleep. We're going to sleep it off, okay? We're going to sleep it off. Alright. So it's Hassarath's turn to fight back. Hassarath goes for an attack. 17 for an attack against a 6. He is going to make it through. Not having... Okay, so Jamolian's at 28 now. Not having strength and no mortal wounds. Mortal wounds are so huge to this. And the counters aren't really coming either. Counters are so rare. 12 to attack. Against a 13 to parry. We're going to roll a d12. Does not get the counter. Hassarath isn't going to use a spark yet. See, the thing is maxing out a die is better than his special move, so I'm not going to use his special move, because it doesn't really help him. Maxing out a die guarantees a mortal wound. He needs to get 3 mortal wounds. He might use all 3 of them to max out a die to attack each time. Just saying. Kind of crazy. Alright, so he's gonna go for the attack. 3 to attack. 2 to dodge. So Tremolian takes 3 points of damage. Tremolian is going to roll 11 to attack. Against a 5, so that's gonna go through. Jeez Louise, the rolls tonight are bad. So 94, 93. Alright, now that Hasaroth is in this range, he's going to once again max out a die and do 24 points of damage and still in the 100s. It's crazy. 2 mortal wounds, and we don't even have to roll for them because Tremolian's freaking built. So that's another spark gone for Hasaroth. Now they both only have 1 spark. And even with 2 sparks, Tremolian's just winning. So he's now going to 12 it for the attack. Against a 7, so he's going to get that through. 12. Jeez Louise. He's just whittling down Hasaroth. Hasaroth is going to go for the attack. It's 19 for the attack against an 8. That's going to go through. That's finally going to get him down a little bit. So, wow, yeah. That gets him down. Tremolian, I think, is going to... What? His special move doesn't inflict a mortal wound, which is unfortunate. Okay, so sparks can be used at any point. So theoretically, he could decide... Because here's the issue. We could use the spark on the smart move. Right? But we could do it where it's more risk intensive. Because obviously, if his opponent fails the defense, this move lands. That's the special move. So do we want to allow players to be able to decide whether or not after they see the rolls... So if they fail the attack... I feel like he can roll his attack and see if he wants to keep the attack and then decide to use a spark. Because I guess even technically you could roll and then decide to max out. I feel like that should be allowed. Because that's kind of the whole point of like a max out. Is you're trying, you want to get that mortal wound or something. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to at least roll to see if he's going to get a successful hit. But we won't roll for defense. 6, so he's not going to do anything. 6 to attack against a 7. So that's a counter. Well, that's an ability to counter. Does not counter. So Hasaroth goes for a move 5 to attack against a 7. Does not counter. Tremolian rolls a 12. He's been rolling bad, but obviously he doesn't want to burn it. So I personally would not use it in this move. So 5. Okay, so he just does 12 more damage to you. So that takes us down to 69. Hasaroth. He's going to roll first this time. He's going to roll a nat 1, which is actually going to turn into a natural 20. 27. And that's his last of his things there. 27 points of damage. Which actually is a lot. And Tremolian now has 3 points of mortal wound damage. So he's going to have to, and it's his turn. So he's going to have to roll a d10 for mortal wound. Does not take it. He's going to roll for his attack. A 9 for the attack. An 11, so that's a counterable. Does not counter. Hasaroth going to go for an attack now. 7 to attack. 12. 8. So no counter. Tremolian goes for the attack. 17. He's going to use the spark. He's going to use his spark for a special move. Smart move. Hasaroth. 3 to dodge. So this is where things get crazy. So special move, smart move. This move goes blah, blah, blah. Opponent failed dodge, fails defense. Double the d20 and roll again for damage. So now we could get a maximum of 40 hit points of damage in here. I'm just going to roll both the d20s. And we're going to roll this one. 3. 19. Okay, so that's 22 points of damage. That almost went poorly. That almost went poorly for Jamolian because he didn't maximize that. I don't know. Should I keep the original one and just roll a d20 again and add that? I feel like that makes more sense, but at the same time, I like the idea that you could get 40. So it really is like a chance. Okay, so Hasaroth gets marked down. Neither of them have their sparks left. They used them all. So now it's just regular battle mode. That does not inflict a mortal wound, by the way. Heavy damage, no mortal wound. Let's see. Hasaroth then goes for the attack. 15 on the attack against a 1. So Jamolian takes that damage. That's going to be 40. Jamolian goes for the attack, which is a 7, which is dodged. Counter? No counter. Hasaroth goes for the attack. 15 again. 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The tides are turning. 35. Okay, Jamolian goes for the attack. 13 to attack. 5. So that's a 13 right there. So that's 47 minus 13 is going to be 34. 34. Hasaroth goes for the attack. 7 to attack against a 4. So that 7's going to go through. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot to roll for this twice. Doesn't go through. Oh, that does go through. Okay, so we got to get rid of 20. You got to bring down 20. And 7, so that's that. And then... 18. Okay. And that was an attack. So Jamolian now... Mortal wound doesn't go through. Attacks with a 3 and a 1. That goes through. The 3 goes through. Hasaroth goes for the attack. 16 to attack. Jamolian, 7 to dodge. Does not make it. Oh my gosh. He kind of wished he'd kept that spark now, because his high damage move didn't do that much damage. Jamolian goes for the attack. 15 to attack. 15 to dodge. Or not dodge. Parry. That's a successful. Can he counter? He counters! Yo! I mean, I know this doesn't matter, but still. Max damage on the counter as well. So that's a 19 to counter. Jamolian is taken out of the race. Jamolian was whittling him down, but it wasn't working. So Hasaroth was able to take this victory. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. That was crazy. I think that was pretty good. I have to move the webcam because I don't like its positioning. Alright, so Hasaroth goes up here, and Jamolian is there, right next to his brother. That was something crazy. I gotta use the bathroom as well really badly, so I'm, like, sad that went so slowly. I'll be right back. I don't know about you, but that was a pretty intense battle. Alright, so some things I think I want to figure out. One thing in particular, especially if let's pull out the template. This needs to be... I like a lot of what this looks like. And I like this, especially. Like, the special tax is perfect thing for that. The thing I don't like... I didn't like the sparks being on this page, because it's easy to forget about. So I think that should be something over here. Honestly, I think... this should go here. So their name... their gender... and then I think their XP should go up here. That's weird that it does it one more time. Sprax. And I think Spark should be right here. Actually, I think their level should be right here. And then if we do... yeah, 4 sparks to start. Gender's really not that important. We could also get... actually, let's remove that to give ourselves some more space. It's not that important, but I also kind of like it. So let's do... I liked how we had name... in the middle here. I love how this is supposed to be a path building stream and we completely forgot. So I think, actually, let's do that. So level 1. We can't fit the XP there, but I think we could just have it there. So let's try calculating, because we'll know what all of these are. Right? So this is their vitality, this is vitality, right? The XP is something we won't know. Interesting. Okay. I like how all of this is here. I like sparks being on this side as well. Their XP, their level. Could also, I feel like... or, oh yeah, with hit threshold, we have it at the back. The EXP. I like the EXP. So this is the amount of experience points you have. And it'll reset, it'll go back to 0 every time you level up. Let's grab out Hasaroth. Actually, that goes there. So gender. He is level 1. That here because I don't like it there. So Hasaroth. So his XP. Let's see. We need Tremolian out here as well. So he did 180 damage. So I think that should be immediately off the bat. 18. I don't like the way that looks. 18 experience for getting rid of all of the health. I do think Spark should go into XP. He doesn't have any. because it did end up getting used, but it should be like 10 XP. I think for every spark. What if we did for every spark used? Oh, well then we'd have to keep track of that. I think I should do... I think, honestly, we should do 10%. Yeah, 10% of the damage they do is the amount. Or not 10%. Yeah, 100%. Basically, for how much health he has remaining, like if he had all health, he'd get 14 more points of XP. He has 31 health, so I'm thinking 3 more points of XP for the amount of health he has remaining. What else could we use? I think that's it, really. Yeah. So 21 XP for the battle. If he had any sparks remaining, that'd be another 10 per spark. I feel like mortality should also be brought into this, since that's a huge part of it. I feel like having 0 levels of mortality. But also, I feel like every level of mortality that you have should, experience you. So having 0 levels of mortality in this battle, I think is 0. And I honestly, I'm going to say, should we do like 50? No, that's too much. I think 20 for winning the battle. Because he won the battle, he gets 20 XP for that, 10 for spark, 10% of whatever health he has remaining. So if he had 144, 10%. I just want to make sure that that is 14. Because then we can say 10% of the damage dealt. Which, of course... hold on. I don't know, for whatever reason, the math ain't mathing. That is 14, okay. So it's 10% of that, 10% of all the damage there. I am going to copy this and paste it over to Tremolian. Don't worry. I do remember. Do you remember the 21st of September? You remember what he had? He has currently 0 XP. And he had 3 levels of mortality. So I think that should be... honestly... Alright, so... 0 health remaining, so he doesn't get that. He just really gets it off of... oh, that's the template. Pop that back in there. Hasarath, so he did... we need to do math again. Minus 31. He did 113, so 11 points of XP for 11 points of XP for the amount of damage he did in this fight. He has 3 levels of mortality, so he should get more experience for having that many levels. So what are we thinking? Times 2? Your mortality level times 2? I think that makes sense. So 6. Mortality times 2 is that. I think I like that. Oops. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yeah. So, plus 6. That's crazy, though. 41 experience versus 17 experience. So far, the rich are getting richer. But I don't really know how else to do this. Oh, you know what, though? I will say... So if we do, let's see, he did 113 damage. If we do that, divided by his health. I want to see this in a fraction. That does not fraction very well. That's 62%. I want a ratio of damage to health. Because I don't know. Because obviously the more meaty somebody is, the more XP you're going to get, especially if you defeat them. Because he got 18, like, Hassrath got more XP just off of Jamolian's Vitality. Because he got 18 points of XP by his Vitality alone. And then he gets more XP based on winning the battle. He didn't have any Mortality or Sparks. Right. What was that 3? I added 3 at one point. Oh, for the health he has remaining. He gets +3. But I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, it kind of sucks that Chameleon has such bad stats. And I guess if you have bad stats, you have to fight harder. I guess for now, that'll just have to do for the healths, for the leveling up system. For how to calculate. Anyways, all that being said, we have a path to build. We still have that. Let me get rid of this tree, because I know this is going to be in the way. Okay. Though I do think it's getting more fun to play. This is getting more fun to play. I feel like at this point we have 10 people. I need to revive everybody and just try them all out against each other. And give them special attacks and stuff. I don't know. I actually need more female fighters now that I think about it. I literally just have Ganya. And she's in the loser bracket. Okay, let me make one more set. Because we have a perfect slot right here for another set of people. And there'll be 2 women. Because we don't have enough women fighting each other. That's a really weird statement. Okay, I think I want the upward bit to actually be here. We're not going to go down. Because it just looks weird. So... gonna have a go. Pickaxe style. Not gonna lie, I playtest with a group every Friday night, right? I almost want to bring this to them and be like, hey guys, I created a game. I accidentally created a game, basically a TCG, all in Minecraft. It's kind of crazy. I will say the battle was... I feel like the start of the battle was hard. It was slower. But then again, like, Jamolian was whittling him down, and then Hassrath just took the victory out of his hands. That was actually kind of crazy, you gotta admit. Like, I didn't see that coming at all. I think it's raining right now, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, what? You so right. You so right. Forgot we were doing that. Ain't gonna lie. Okay. Now we're back to this. I kind of just want to do Warriors of the Mind. Just start planning it. Fixing it up. The brain's cogging for it, you know? It's going great. All's going well. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alright. Some weird shaped paths. I feel like the paths is just getting worse the more I build it. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting to a point where maybe I'm just being crazy here, but maybe I don't know, maybe it's time we could start working on a little bit of this, a little bit off camera. I know. Dare I even recommend such a thing? But we've been building path for a long time. And I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to like get this done off camera. We're not even making a time lapse of this because it's not. We're not doing a time lapse of this. We're doing a time lapse of I think the bridges, the cinematic time lapse of bridging something. I don't know. There's a lot we can do for the video. It may be long, it may not be, who knows? I do a lot of cuts, I realize, where I'm like, okay, we're going to do this, then we're going to do that, and then I end up not having a lot of time. Alright. So much grass. That actually kind of works. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. We're in productive mode, but unfortunately in this mode, we be silent. We just get things done. So that's what we're gonna do. Somebody came home. Probably my dad. Thought my mom would be home by now, but she isn't. Get the frick out of here. it looks like we're actually going around the mountain. I think I was supposed to go up here. But it looks like we're going around the mountain. Because, yeah, I think I was supposed to go up here. But we're going way far, because I thought it was further over. So we're going to go around the mountain. We're going to go this way. Around the mountain. Like this. Wrap it around, and then come this way and go to the... Which, honestly, kind of makes sense. To go around the mountain and over it, or under it, or through it. So I guess we're just gonna keep going that way. One, two, three, four, five, six. You good sir, I know you're just chilling here, but you gotta go. Mobs keep getting in my way. Cool. That's all we have for course dirt. Let's move our stuff. Look at that. Almost have that full again. Go back. Oh man, I parked him too close. Oh well. That's another shulker box. Course dirt gone. Oh man. Alright. Sorry, not sorry, bro. You got in my way. If it happens, you get in my way. Alright. Gotta clear the dirt here. Because Wars of the Mind Valleys take a little bit longer now, we won't do them as frequently. Two, three, four, five. 6. Oh my. Actually, I have a lot more room. Okay. Okay. Perfection. So it's not though. That need to be brought in a little bit. It's good. Also, I just wanted to point out one by the minute, doing terribly now. It was bringing in the triple digits, like 700 views here and there. The second to last one, 74 views, and the current one, last I checked, was 1 view. So they're doing worse. So I think by the minute, I probably am just gonna let die. it didn't do as well as I thought it would, and it may just be that I just wasn't that entertaining, which is very, very plausible. But didn't do nearly as well as I would like it to have done, if I'm being honest. So it may be time to let that one die. And then, as I said, I have that other series idea in mind, but I don't think by the minute is the way to go. I don't know. I have, like, hard feelings about ending it, because, like, it's just such a move of mine to just, yeah, let's end the series. But, like, at the same time, it's not performing. It's not doing well at all. I feel like keeping it alive is worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's not supposed to be there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll leave that one be. We'll get rid of this one, though. Actually, I think my mom has been home. She was just outside the whole time. Which explains why the door opened. I mean, it was weird for her to have been gone for that long, so things have now cleared up. I think we're gonna go straight a little bit. I think we're going to go to here, and the pathway go this way. All the way, and then it looks like it probably is going to round off there. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to have it follow the edge here. Follow the edge of this. Going this way. Into this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that kind of creates that natural curve. Get the frick out of here. Don't run into me. You stupid, stupid animal. Actually, I think this works pretty well. I like that. I like that. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. I think I'm getting to a good ending point. Don't know how much longer I can just go here. I'm very quiet. I'm just in pondering mode. And I feel like we're at a good stopping point here. We've made it a bit decently far. Like, we started here, we've gotten to here. That's not that far. Granted, we spent a lot of it gathering resources, so there is that. There is that. And Twitch is now open. But yeah, we'll follow this all the way until here, and then we'll cross over and go basically probably here to around this and then down into this, and we'll stop it right there. We'll just start it back up over here, and then from there it's the home stretch of going down and around, and then we're there. Look at that. We can at a zoomed in point almost all the way, like, we can see both ends clearly, which is nice. I think, yeah, we have to have a bigger screen just to see the start of the path to where we are now than we do to see where we are now to the finish line. So we're almost done, which is exciting. I think I'm going to take some time after this to figure some stuff out when it comes to that. So that's going to do it. We're going to do that. I'm going to do the starting stream, and we're going to actually find somebody to raid. There's a creeper behind me. We're going to deal with that later. So I'm actually going to whop out. And then we're going to do that. You should still be able to hear my voice and subwoofer lullaby in the background. We are going to find somebody to raid, since finally... most likely can't raid these guys. We're gonna get raided because I haven't raided him. He's the only one out of the guys here that would actually allow that. I mean, I think I could probably raid Impulse or Skiz, but when you're so small, it's probably not worth it. So that should be it right there. Dang it. It's /raid. Sorry. I forgot. It's been so long, I forgot how this works. Alright. Yeah. Hold on. It's scooching on in. We're just gonna leave it at that. Scooching on in. Dougwo hi. Dougwo art. Dougwo raid. And then my personal favorite. Forgot what it was. The gun one. Hold up. What's the one with me with a gun? Walking up with a gun. Bang! Dougwo bang. for you subscribers. All right, let's raid over because it works.
To